Hi, my name's Dustin Miller. I'm originally from Richmond, Virginia. I've lived in St. Augustine now for 12 years. And I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a cinematographer, and an amateur fly fisherman. For me, any film with people's story is always my favorite. I mean, right after the Haiti earthquake and you saw like the news images and all these crazy things, and there was literally a whole town that was demolished. I mean, Port-au-Prince, you can't even, you see pictures of it, but when you drive and there's buildings literally skewed and everything else is rubble, and it was so heavy that, they would go around and spray paint on the outside. They wrote adieu, like the French for goodbye. And that means someone did, every building had that. I was blown away by how people would just talk to us and just share with us. I mean, there wasn't an agenda. I think hopefully they saw in us like we didn't have an agenda. I mean, we were just kind of three goofy white dudes. And I mean, people really opened up. From the story of this girl, we found that she was trapped. We tried to track this girl down. She was trapped, and her mother was killed, her father was killed, the housekeeper in the house was killed, and they thought she was dead. She was in there for 3 days. So they literally brought like a casket and burial clothes, her aunt did, and they're trying to get her out. They're trying to find her in this building, and the dude slamming the pickaxe was hitting the pickaxe, looking for her, slammed it down and heard a scream, and it was her, and had nicked her head with the pickaxe. And she was alive. It took for 3 days. She was like 6 years old. And stories like that you can't make up. You can't. And it was, we were there 2 weeks after the earthquake, and it was the heaviest thing I'd ever seen. I mean, the heaviest thing I'd ever seen. It was already a tough place, so the people there were pretty resilient regardless, but man, it was yeah, even now, like, you can't even really put into words, and it's still bad. I mean, there was moments where we kind of just sat there and couldn't quite put into words what was happening. It's so funny, you come back and just, you're like, cool, I got my problems here. Like, I just got my windows tinted because the back of my van was too hot. And I'm like, what? That is not, I don't know. There's just something about people that is beautiful and sad and amazing and horrifying and all these things mixed up into one where to tell really beautiful stories is it.